Hello.
Hey, everybody, this is Professor Spike and DrJ, or DrJ and Professor Spike, however you want to look at it. It's a commutative law.
That's right.
Doesn't matter the order. Streaming live from New York and from Westchester, New York.
We got a lot of people on already giving us conversation.
Oh, that's good. We're 2 minutes late, so.
Yeah, Linda was chomping at the bit.
Yeah, we're a couple minutes late. And of interest is a lot of the PDUFA runs that are going to happen in the next week to 2 weeks, I think, including Mankind, which has a PDUFA on the 15th, together with United Health on a drug for arterial pulmonary hypertension that you can go sniff, or you don't go sniff, you inhale it through your mouth.
So it's not that no more.
No, you don't do that.
Not waking up on the floor.
We don't do those things.
The quads are doing well. Wonderful, Linda. That's great news.
That is great news. Yeah, that's more important. That's more important than our portfolios. No, equally important.
So let's see. Dan A was questioning. He says, "What is the market for the VBIV? And does he think it'll run it all to the 11:30 PDUFA?" Unfortunately, I'm not here, but Dr. J has.
I'm going to say yes. I think we will get a PDUFA run closer to the PDUFA date, along with CTI Pharma, which also has a PDUFA end of November for myelofibrosis. They flubbed the duck on their COVID trial. The COVID trial went up in smoke for CTI, but that knocked it down about 10% only. That wasn't what people are counting on. People are counting on the myelofibrosis drug being approved, and I think it will. And then there's one more shot on goal. That's the host graft versus host.
And which is that from?
Am I saying it right? Graft
versus host, yes.
Okay, graft versus host. Yeah, that's all with paclitaxel for CTI Pharma. And that's the end of November. I don't remember the date. November 20th, 29th, 30th. I don't know. It's one of those days. But next week we also have, remember OCUL is an old friend of ours.
Oculus.
Yeah, I think are you still in it, or you gave up on it?
No, I've been out of that one for the longest time. I got bored after a while.
Yeah.
But a lot of people wouldn't believe that when they see I'm still in Codex and I'm still in Lake. And I'm still holding my was the other
That's okay. I'm still in Athesis.
As am I. I never left Athesis. You never told me I was allowed to come off. You told me I could come off CVM.
Well,
you never told me I could come off Athesis on my original promise 2 years ago.
No, CVM.
Did any day, right, guys? Did any day.
I think I released you from CVM.
You released me from CTM, and I stayed anyway.
Yeah, well, that's
my butt handed to me.
That's your problem. I did release you. I gave you.
You did. You did release me from that one. But at this I'm still in because, like we said, data any day now. It's back down to $1.30.
I don't think it's any day now. I think it's more like December. 90-day data. It may not look as good as the 6-month and 1-year data, but let's hope for the best. Because in the Masters 1 trial that they did with Chugai, this Japanese partner of Roche, I don't know if I think they're owned by Roche, but they did a trial earlier with Chugai, and the 90-day data did not look as good as the 1-year data.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm hoping that that won't be the case. Yeah. On Athesis, I didn't have that scheduled.
It's on.
Well, we're not supposed to
hitting its bottom right now.
Why are we talking Athesis? We're not supposed to talk Athesis.
No, I know. It's a falling knife, but I think it's settling at its bottom.
You know,
maybe I'll average back.
Falling knife or not, I'm still tempted to add a little bit.
You gotta look at it. It's $1.30. It's a bargain.
Yeah, well, but maybe it's a bargain.
Unless it isn't.
Maybe it's a bargain. Maybe it'll be more of a bargain at $1.13.
I know, right? Let's see. I have to. How far back do I have to go to see that value?
I think it's a lower
Back to March of 2020.
Yeah, March.
We should hit the fan about COVID.
Yeah. So I mean,
that was when it was lower.
And remember last week Jay gave us LIDAR.
He gave us LIDAR. And he gave us another one.
PTGX.
Right.
So we could check those.
Mm-hmm.
Now LIDAR had news, and not yesterday, but the day before on Wednesday, it put in an engulfing candle, a bullish engulfing candle. So the falling knife may have stopped falling on LIDAR.
For LIDR.
LIDR. We should look at that. And I said I could kind of prefer.
Just so I can.
You know, it's funny. The name of the symbol LIDR is AEYE. AEYE. Whatever. And the one I like is AVA. AEVA. The stock symbol.
Right.
And
I mean, the one I'm still stuck in is LIDR. It's not LIDR. It's the other one. VLDR.
Yeah, VLDR is another one. So it gets very confusing with the overlapping.
That one was a very big disappointment.
All these LIDAR plays sound alike and look alike. So you might as, I don't know what I'm buying. AEYE, I don't know what I'm buying.
That one I'm not familiar with.
Buy them all.
None of them.
Buy them all, that's all.
Well, I mean, Musk doubled down on. He said, you know, well, everything's going to be electronic and everything's going to be self-driving.
He's probably right. I mean, sometimes he makes these outlandish claims.
I guess he's rich enough to make it past 2090.
Sometimes he makes these outlandish claims, but sometimes they're not so outlandish.
Hey, he got the car on the road, didn't he?
And Rego Marco is here from Switzerland. And Anthony is giving us a little hope on CRISPR, saying that the data next week.
I hope you're right. Well, it's good data. We put edit on the show because it was the day before data.
Yeah.
I should have waited a day after data.
Yeah. So we have a lot of new people that I haven't seen.
Yeah, a couple people we haven't seen. Dalit, we haven't. Daljit, we haven't.
You know what I've been buying. You know what I've been buying a lot of this week.
Amazon.
I actually bought some Amazon today, but I wasn't thinking of Amazon. Okay. I've been buying a lot of aemd.
Oh yeah, you've been rattling the teacups over that one for the longest time.
And mnkd, and I've had my timing seems to be pretty good with both of them.
So you're definitely gonna have to truck those two guys.
Let's see if it happens. If I can pull the rabbit out of the hat one more time with those two.
Right. Yeah. I bailed out of Mankind a while ago.
Yeah, well, I made money on it about 3 or 4 times, and I'm back in looking to make money on it again. I'm making money on paper, but I'm looking for $6 target on Mankind.
Keep parlaying and parlaying.
Yeah, parlay that. If I get to $6 quick on Mankind, like by the 15th, then I take all that money and put it into aemd. That's my parlay.
There you go. Here's your parlay. Take all the money.
A daily double, whatever.
Yeah, so.
Gotta hydrate. Gotta hydrate today.
Gotta hydrate, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're actually back into Walmart. I've been in that one forever, even though it hasn't been the superstar I was hoping for.
I bought some Walmart every day this week.
Did you?
Yeah. I think you're looking at another parlay, Amazon Walmart for the holiday season.
Okay. Yeah, you know, it used to be that people would do FedEx and UPS but it's not so holiday sensitive anymore. You know, it could happen almost. The pop and the drop could happen almost any time in the year with those two nowadays.
Yeah, true.
But you're right. But Walmart at least, hopefully, Walmart will benefit from the holiday season.
On paper, this is my biggest loss right now.
On CRISPR?
CRISPR, yeah. My biggest paper loss out of any other stock on CRISPR.
You know, all those massive gains that you made on Sava, you have to do something to mitigate the taxes. Yeah,
well, Sava, I have some nice paper losses on too.
Aurelio Marcos talked about MREO. We talked about that with him a while ago. I'm going to write it down.
The CRISPR, even though I have the biggest paper loss on that, I somehow feel I'm going to make a lot of money on CRISPR instead of losing for a change.
I'm not selling it anytime soon, so.
Man, good to see you. We haven't seen you in a couple of days.
Yeah, man.
Couple of shows. And you know who else we haven't seen? We haven't seen the Green Mountain guy.
Right. We haven't seen Magnificent Dancer in a while.
Yeah, Cabinet guy. Where's Cabinet guy?
Cabinet guy, right.
Cabinet guy is playing it safe with PaySafe.
Maybe they're just watching on our regular show when it's not live.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You want to start charting a little bit?
We could, but what's the hurry?
It's true.
I mean, we got a lot to talk about. The Rams, the 4-1 Rams look like a Super Bowl team to me.
Yeah, I had them. I'm very happy about that.
They definitely look like a Super Bowl team. And I think baseball is going to be very repetitious of what we saw last year. I think we're going to see the Dodgers, Tampa Bay one more time. Okay. Rematch.
You know, I would maybe because I'm a Met fan, I would really like to see the Dodgers get their back ends handed to them, but not to see Houston win. So I'm a little bit.
You don't like cheaters? Cheetah, pumpkin eater.
Yeah, I don't want them.
Cheetah, pumpkin eater.
I mean, you know, you could forgive them after a while, but it's got to be a while. Just like
how many of these teams are still cheating? Probably a bunch of them.
I'm gonna burst my bubble about that.
I mean, what are you gonna do to them if you catch them? You're gonna say naughty, naughty?
Yeah, exactly. No, you're gonna give them careers as announcers, like what happened with A-Rod.
You know, I was talking about the old Giant players the other day with you guys, and Lippy DeRocher was stealing signs back in the 40s and 50s.
Oh, please. It was a different game back then.
But I guess he didn't computerize the stealing of the signs.
It wasn't as sophisticated. They didn't have all the great surveillance equipment.
But it worked.
Putting spy cams on garbage cans.
Yeah,
nobody did that in the 40s.
Dan is reminding us that today is an actual update for BCRX.
Finally, right?
Back above 14 in anticipation of earnings.
And look what Anthony said right after that. He thinks CRISPR is going to be bought out at some point.
Yeah, I think so. Whether it's one of their partners, either VRTX, as Anthony alludes to, or I think they have a partnership with AbbVie as well. So they're very likely to be bought out. Just like Juno was bought out eventually by Celgene, who had 10% interest in them all along. Linda notes that Jiggly is missing.
But look who is here.
But yes, but look who's here. Linda is here.
Linda has Pete here.
And our friend Pete, our artist friend Pete is here. So we've got a lot of old timers that came back to say hello today. And let's not disappoint them. Let's give them a really good show.
A shoe.
You think we should look at VIR? It's on the move back after a big fall.
Which one?
VIR, the hepatitis B play, and and the COVID play, and they have MABs, monoclonal antibody.
Antibodies.
Another
MCAs.
one of those.
I see.
I think it fell like recently from 40 to 20 or something like that.
It's rebounding a little bit off a bounce around 32.
Yeah, all right. So maybe we'll look at that one. And Pete showed up despite Athesis being in the dumper. Pete, did you still have all your Athesis?
Of course he does.
You didn't get rid of any, did you?
He's looking for some fresh meat, just like Jiggy was.
All right, so let's do that. Let's look at LIDAR.
All right, yeah, we have a nice list here.
All right, let's go through it.
Okay.
Share screen. Enough yakking for now. We didn't talk about Boston, Tampa Bay.
I didn't watch the game.
Neither did I, but I tuned it in between the football game. In between plays, I gave it.
After the Mets and the Yankees, we're out of it.
Yeah, I kind of upset about the Yankees.
I could kill myself over it.
No.
I'll get over it real quick.
Should we look at the macro view, or just take a look at how the averages are doing today?
Yeah, real quick.
All right, the S&P is flat, up a buck. The Dow is flat, up 50. The Nasdaq is slightly down 0.25%, and the Russell is down 0.5%. And crude oil is actually up again, 1.26%.
Yeah, crude oil is at highs, but meanwhile, my DIG stock is not doing anything. My DIG ETF.
Yeah, you're into the drillers.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to have an oil play.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they wouldn't let me do OIL.
And finally, gold is flat.
Yeah, 17.
Bitcoin is probably up. I didn't look, but it seems like it's always up.
The funny thing about both Bitcoin and gold is that you have to separate that out from the noise of the dollar currency, because you may have interest rates going up depending on what people want to do, what the Fed wants to do.
Why is so many people shunning the FANG stocks? I think they're all okay to own, and
everything except for the F.
Yeah.
Could I buy an ANG? Because I went back into TECL, but I forgot that Facebook was a big part of that.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a little hurt as a result.
So look at this. We have a nice sequence of higher lows.
This is the IWM, right? Yeah.
Yeah, from 819, we have
almost been very.
We have another key low. This is a nice little move here. Little move. Even though we've come back down off the recent highs, still a little move.
This wavering is making you rich.
Still a little bit of a move. It's showing that it's got the upward bias as opposed to a downward bias.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to get excited about, but it's in this trading range. We talked about this a lot, 234 to on the upside and 209 or whatever on the downside. And I think the trading range is tightened, which is good. Now I think the trading range on the downside is like 211 or 210. Let's say 210. That's
before or after the crash.
Well, it's really not tightened from 209 to 210. It's tightened by a point.
Okay.
All right, so it hasn't tightened. 210 to 230, let's say. 20-point trading range. It's caught in this trading range forever. And
I'm still seeing a pennant. Maybe nobody else is, but
you mean
something's gonna happen in about a month. You got the lower highs and the higher lows.
Lower highs and higher lows, you mean?
Yeah, so something's gonna happen in about a month or so. not sooner.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that trend line with all these hits. So what's going to happen? Are we going to break out, or are we going to head south? What do you think? What's your guess?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think Omar and I disagree. I think it's going to go down. I think he thinks we're bottoming.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, but that's the whole thing. We could all disagree, even with the same information.
This is an interesting straight line right here.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, right at the 207, 209 area. So that's the trading range, I guess. If you just draw this in between the horizontal.
He wants you to get rid of his face on the chart.
Yeah, you see for forever we're between these lines, 233, 209.
Dr. J, next picture we have to take Pete off.
Oh, you don't like Pete?
He don't like Pete. Pete don't like Pete.
Pete don't like Pete?
Pete don't like Pete.
I thought we substituted Linda. They're guessing Jiggly's age. All right, let's.
That's okay. You can have impatient people.
Let's get back to business. The IWM, right. What does it tell us? It tells us that something's going to happen relatively soon, one way or the other.
Right.
And you can make the case either way, I guess, because you got both lines. You got a positive trend line on the lows and a negative trend line on the highs. They're going to meet up pretty soon. So I see what you're getting at. Very true. Very true.
Maybe the sun will shine and everything will be nice.
You want to get upset? Look at this one.
He's fly out of my backside.
This is an upsetting one. It's a waterfall.
Which one's this?
IBB.
Oh, IBB. Oh, yeah, well. The fact that it's bottoming a little bit shows some hope, because the question was, is this a leading indicator or a following indicator of the broader market?
Yesterday gave some hope. Today it's giving it all back. It's still some hope, I guess.
It's not a free fall anymore.
Yes, it's the first time since the 23rd of September that we've actually had some upward movement. It's been rough. It's been a rough.
Look, the 9 has been crossing every line.
Look, from 173, it went straight down to 153. That's a tough fall. Yeah. Not that long a period of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 10-day fall, 173 to 153. That's a tough pill to swallow. Speaking of pills to swallow, Vaxart, right? They have the pill to swallow that will be better in many ways than the existing vaccines. It's just that they're not exactly close in terms of their clinical trials. They're very early, but their preclinical results are stellar. And everyone would rather swallow a pill than take a vaccine, and especially if it's more effective. I think this is a very interesting one.
You should shorten your time frame so we can see the more recent action. Like look at the last 6 months or something.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the daily, but if you again look at this clearly defined trading range between 10 and 6. Well, a very well defined trading range, and we're near the bottom of that trading range.
Right.
So just even to swing trade this makes some kind of sense. And the recent bottom, most recent bottom is here at about $7, I think.
For the summer.
Yeah. Well, we're challenging that bottom, yeah. What was it a few days ago? It was 669, I think. It flashes off so quick, I can't see it. Why does it do that? Why does it flash off so quick? But here you can totally get excited if it breaks $10 or just get rid of it if it breaks $6, because we're in that trading range forever. It's gonna break out one of these days, and you can play.
It's got a big red candle today.
Yeah. You can play this swing on this one. Swing it both ways. But I do like it long term. I think the technology is good. Breakthrough designation technology, whatever. It's a good one. Vaxart, I think, is a good one.
Okay.
Potentially a good one. Jake should be a little bit happy.
Oh, this is which one's? Oh, this is LIDR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a pretty nice engulfing that occurred on Wednesday. and you know, when you have a very long downtrend, which we did, and
it's your needle sign typically.
And when you finally get that big green candle engulfing, generally it's very meaningful. So I bought yeah, not yesterday, but today. I bought a couple of times today. And if it goes below the bottom of this green candle, 408, then you're out. That's it. You might have a tightest stop, even 415, something like that. So that's the way I see it. It's worth a play on turnaround possibilities, LIDAR. And there was news on it as well. They teamed up with I think some kind of robotics company, Korean company or something. There was news where they could see three-dimensional objects further than any other company can, and in all kinds of weather and so forth. It was good news. So we like this one for turnaround possibilities. Okay, what else is on my list?
Why don't you look at Mankind?
Sure. And the two that I've been buying the most of, at least most often, is Mankind and aemd. Yeah, Mankind has had a tremendous move over the last 7 or 8 days, from a low of about 430.
Weren't you in this one or no?
Yeah, I've been buying all week.
I was asking Jig.
Oh, Jiggly?
Yeah, he's on. I just wanted to see if he was in this one. I thought he was playing it with you guys.
Well, I know there's a few big Mankind fans. You know who's a Mankind fan? MA is a big Mankind fan.
Gotcha.
Haven't seen MA lately.
Magnificent answer.
Yeah, but we talk on stock twits occasionally.
Gotcha.
And he's a big Mankind fan, and so am I. I'm a big Mankind fan. I think that they've got.
Why do I keep getting Mankind and Dermatech mixed up with each other?
Mankind is a freezer. The inhalable insulin, mealtime insulin, or now they're applying for pediatric use for type 1 diabetes. And as I said, they have on the 15th a PDUFA with their partner United Health on the arterial, what do you call it? Arterial pulmonary hypertensive drug that they emulsified. Remember we said the last time you can emulsify anything.
Right.
Pretty much.
Well, eventually.
Yeah. So, yeah, and there's others in the. I think they have another one in the pipeline that they're working on with partnering up with somebody. I'm not up 100% on all their prospective drugs, but anything could be a prospective drug.
No,
Technosphere.
The chart's looking good.
Yeah, I like this one. I mean, it took out.
Right. The old ceiling is the new floor. It looks like.
Yeah. It took out some key resistance. So you gotta like this one. Last time I drew the trading range, I said $6 within a month. And the reply I got on StockTwits was, well, why not by the 15th? Meaning by the PDUFA date. So why not? Why not is right. I'm with you. Why not? Why not by the 15th? I'll take it. I'm looking for $6 regardless. That's my target here.
All right.
This top here.
Oh, I didn't see that was that top there. What is that? 545?
Yeah, that was about 5.5. I think we're challenging that area, right? You're almost trading at the top. Very close. Come down a little bit today with the rest of the biotech stocks. But it's been bucking the trend, and a little pullback is okay. If it pulls, I think it could pull back to the close here, wherever that is. I can't see because it blinks off. I think it's 514.
$5.
514, I think, is the close. I can't tell. Maybe $5. No, 514. 514. This should be $5 right here.
Let's go Jets.
Yeah, let's say $5 is a likely pullback spot, and then it takes off to 6. I think I can see that.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Mankind. Or it could just go straight up to 6. That would please me just as well.
That's what we're here for.
This one, I've been really loading the boat.
Yes, you have.
I've been loading the boat on this one. I now have as much of it as I did before the last run-up. Remember where yeah, back in June. So
yeah, no, I missed that one, but it'd be nice to catch the next one.
I caught this one, and then I caught.
I caught that one over there.
Yeah, maybe it was this one. I don't remember. It was up nicely in pre-market to the high 5s. That's when I sold the last time. This time I'm looking for $12 on aemd, at least 12, maybe 20. That's what my target is on this. The next pop is going to be the one to the moon, as Jiggly says. They hired a CRO. Why did they hire a CRO all of a sudden? To concentrate on the COVID trial? Keep in mind, it's an open label trial right now, feasibility study. For their hemo purifier device. Hemo purifier. Filter out the virus and then kill it. What's left, kill it. What a body will be able to kill it. Filter out the virus. Yeah. That should stop the cytokine attack.
If it works,
allow the body to take over. I mean, It's so Star Trek-y, and I love it. I love the concept of it. Manually go into the bloodstream and remove the garbage. Let the body have a chance to do the rest. All right, aemd.
You should look next at Jake's other pick, PTGX.
PGTX.
Oh,
Is
PTGX.
today Jake Day?
Oh, he's in here. It's the other way around, I think. PTGX. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so whenever you have these big drops like this.
Yeah, he gave it to us after the drop, I imagine, because if he gave it to us before the drop, we'd be pretty upset.
Well, whenever you have these big drops, it usually takes months before it consolidates enough to get past the initial high of the day that it made the drop, which would be $20. So I think this chart, although it looks nice with this rounded type bottom, I think it's going to take a while. Maybe it'll take removal of the FDA hold before it actually moves above 20. But it looks good in terms of where it is
Ben
now.
is saying PTGX is waiting for the FDA to say that they didn't cause the the cancer in the 4 mice.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess, is that a possibility, Dan? Or did they really cause it?
I find most of these holds, for whatever reason, do get lifted. Most of them. They're overly cautious, the FDA.
Gotcha. Oh, look, if it makes a slight pop on that, it'd be worth, getting in on that. But in the meantime, at least it's not dying. It's sort of slowly moving up.
I mean, it could theoretically come all the way back, or at least halfway back. So halfway back would put it between 45 and 20.
Hey, that's a win in my books.
Over 30. I like this one. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but I think eventually there'll be a favorable ruling by the FDA that sends it back to the $25, $30 level. That's what I think on this one.
Okay.
So I'm with Jake. I bought and I added, in fact. Okay.
You wanted to talk about. We had a couple of them listed here. Did you want to do CRISPR or edit just to look at it?
I don't, but I will.
You don't have to, because you also have Albo and Pavum.
Well, we're back above 100, even if it is by 8 pennies.
Yeah.
This has really been in free fall. But I think it held the $95 mark, which was the yearly low. Let's take a look. Look at the weekly. I think it was 95. This candle here, 95.11. So we held that, I think. I think we held that.
It did. Assuming today's a better day, or ends better.
We didn't go lower than this, did we?
No, that might be a small touch.
Yeah, it came awful close.
Yeah.
So we have a double bottom now if it holds.
Oh, is that what that is?
Sure.
Okay.
96.55 and 95.11 double bottom. And if this holds, it's going to be very strong. This double bottom. This could be extremely strong. Base to build on. These stocks aren't going to go down forever. These gene editing stocks. You better believe they're not. So,
yeah,
I'm not afraid to even buy more, which I probably will do.
Well, if you're thinking this is a bottom, then sure.
I'll probably buy all of them. I own all of them. CRISPR, Edit, Beam.
That's the other one that you like.
NTLA.
All right, NTLA.
They're all getting killed, but the one I lost the most on paper is this one, CRISPR. CRISPR owes me the most. And, you know, if it goes down, it becomes more attractive as a takeover candidate. So I could see that happening.
Okay. Did you want to look at Walmart?
And data in 1 week says that. Was it Dan who told us data in 1 week?
Yes. I'll look it up. Wow. You're drawing a very pessimistic picture there.
Data in 1 week. Okay. I'll tell you who else is going to have data. aemd. And when it comes out, it could blow the roof.
Right. Well, good.
As always, all our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. Do your own due diligence. You can check with your dog. 2 barks means yes. 1 bark means no.
Unless the mailman's there.
And also tell the people to subscribe. Could you do that? You're not going to do that?
Please subscribe.
Perfect.
It's a.
It's called begging.
It's an imperative.
No, it's called begging. It works. Begging works. Don't you see all the beggars in Manhattan? They all look rich. I mean, they all are rich.
Well,
some of those beggars pull down $200 a day.
So I'm told.
It's not a bad gig. The subway musicians do well. Maybe not anymore in this COVID era. But
oh no, busters aren't doing well at all.
This one's been holding up.
Apple. Yeah, that was first on your list actually.
It's been holding up really, really well. Really, really well.
What do you think?
I think it's a buy.
Arjun's still in this one. He's still pretty happy about this one.
I'm pretty happy about it. I've been buying. I bought some yesterday. I meant to buy some today. I may still. I like Albo. I think it's held very nicely in a tough environment. Like it a lot. It looks far better than the charts of most biotech stocks.
That's true.
And we don't have to go over the fundamentals, do we, on Albo?
No.
No.
Especially now with Arjun not here. That's
all right. Let's just say Nash. Nash covers it all. It's the liver. The liver. Anyway, BioCris Pharmaceuticals, we all know
I guess this guy's bottoming again.
Well, it's nice to see a green candle, isn't it, for a change?
It really is.
The thing is, it doesn't look like the right place to bottom exactly.
No, it looks like a downward trend.
Yeah, I mean, why, you know, it's like an unlikely spot to bottom, but who knows?
You know something? Was it 14? Didn't it go below 13, below 14 recently? I guess not.
1310.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in the weekly. Oh,
I was wondering. Because I don't remember the stock being that well behaved.
No, in the weekly. So in the weekly, it looks like a peculiar place to be stopping. Maybe in the daily, it gives us a better hint.
Yeah, looks very different.
Looks different, but I'm still not sure. Well, I guess it's by the 200. The 200-day stopped it. Okay, the daily looks better in terms of a logical place to have stopped going down. So we've been up actually the whole week. We've been up every day, which is encouraging. A little mini rally going on.
Well, when is next earnings? Next earnings should be happening soon.
I'm not sure, but it looks like we very well.
The story we've been telling is that once next earnings, the next set of earnings come, they're going to be still pretty stellar.
Yeah, it could go up to.
They'll forget about it, and then the numbers will come in, and it'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, this is a good stock.
The 50-day moving average is probably the next resistance, and the 50-day moving average is at 1531. So I could see another point if it just can, easily another point.
Sure.
DCRX, I'm not selling one share. I'm very stingy with my DCRX. I write calls.
You play options.
I write puts, but I'm not selling any. If it gets taken away from me, I'll probably buy back. I think this is good for $21, and why should I give it away for less? That's how I see it.
Should.
Anything else that I had that was interesting?
PAVM you had in your list. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I own it, but that's probably not a good enough reason. How about Walmart and Amazon? When to show that.
Then we could call it a day.
Yeah. Walmart is up 67 cents, almost to 140. Nice.
Really should, the fact that it's been staying around 150 for the last 2 years, sort of distressing.
True, if you've owned it for that long.
Like we said, we thought this was going to be the second Amazon or the pre-Amazon.
Well, it still could be the company that emerges to give Amazon a fight. Very well could be. It had a nice gap up on Wednesday, from Wednesday to Thursday. There must have been some good news. Must have been some good.
Apples again.
Yeah.
That happened with me, I'd have to break it because I was like,
so I like I said, I've been buying it the whole week. So I bought it yesterday. I didn't buy it today yet. I bought it the day before that. The whole week I've been buying it. I bought a chunk on Friday. That was a nice buy. So I'm happy with my buys so far. I like the daily. This is my holiday season daily double: Walmart and Amazon.
Right.
People are scared of Amazon because why? Because they're paying more than the other company. They're paying a decent wage. That makes them bad.
Well, let's see.
Is that part of it?
It's going to be their turn to catch heat soon.
Do you think that's part of it, Professor Spike? That they're paying $18 an hour or whatever?
I don't believe that rhetoric at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think salaries make a difference in terms of bottom line.
But some people
it just makes you nice the company sharing the wealth.
Some people think so.
Look, you want to get good people, you got to pay them.
Yeah, that's what I think. Double bottom right here at 31.68. We weren't there that long ago, last Friday. No, Monday? I can't believe Monday we were there. Yeah.
Yes.
I've been yelling when in doubt by Amazon for the longest time.
You haven't bought it this week?
I'm going to say it one more time, when in doubt by Amazon. I bought some today.
They did, okay.
Yeah. Because I was in doubt, so I bought some Amazon.
Yeah. So all those people don't know what to do with your money.
Yeah, look, it's a pretty damn good investment. It's been a pretty damn good investment for a long time. Right. And it will continue to be a pretty darn good investment for for eons to come. So Amazon, when in doubt, buy Amazon. I'm not going to talk about it. I think we talked enough.
Yeah.
Getting tired of talking.
You're going to start saying hello to some people.
Yeah,
Maybe,
let's do that.
wish them all a good weekend and head off.
Yeah, you can kibitz a little with them.
Yeah, actually, nobody's been saying anything for the last little while yet. It's actually been about 8 minutes since anybody said anything. So maybe it's just time to say goodbye.
Okay, goodbye, DrJ Singh. Goodbye, Dan A. Goodbye, Jigglypuff. Goodbye, Linda. Goodbye, Dan A. Goodbye, Ragawako. Goodbye, Man. Goodbye, Pete.
Good night, Moon.
Goodbye. Good night, Gracie.
Hello, Tina.
What was it that Chet and David used to say to each other at the end of their show?
Chet and David?
Chet Hartley and David Brinkley.
Oh, what was that? And that was the news, or is that somebody else? That was Cronkite.
Cronkite said that's the way it was.
Oh, and that's what.
But David Brinkley used to say good night, Chet, and Chet would say good night, David.
Good night, David.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.
Happy trading. Subscribe.